Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Sa video na ito, pag-uusapan natin ang isang napakabigat na issue na tumutok sa atensyon ng marami, ang mga allegation ng pang-aabuso sa loob ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Kaya siguraduhing tapusin ang video na ito at alamin ang mga detalyeng ibinahagi ni Teresita Kinanhan Valdehueza, dating miyembro ng KJC, laban kay Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Pero bago tayo magsimula, huwag kalimutang i-like ang video na ito, mag-subscribe sa ating channel, at pindutin ang notification bell para lagi kayong updated sa ating mga bagong uploads. Sa isang emosyonal na pagdinig noong Miyerkules, October 23, 2024, sa harap ng Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations and Gender Equality, isiniwalat ni Teresita Kinanhan Valdehueza, dating miyembro ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ, ang matitinding pang-aabuso na kanyang naranasan mula kay Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Ayon kay Valdehueza, nakaranas siya ng sexual na pang-aabuso at pisikal na pagpapahirap mula sa naturang pastor. Isinalaysay niya ang kanyang naging desisyon noong September 29, 1999, na tumakas mula sa samahan nang hindi na nagpaalam, dala ang kanyang matinding kagustuhang makalaya mula sa kontrol ni Quiboloy. Sa kanyang pahayag, sinabi niya, "Sa wakas, aking naunawaan na ang taong aking pinaniwalaang banal at pinili ay isa palang impostor, mapang-api at mapanlinlang." Ginamit niya ang kanyang kapangyarihan at autoridad bilang isang anointed ng Diyos para manipulahin ako, pahayag ni Valdehueza sa harap ng mga senador. Narito ang video ng buong pagdinig. Panoorin ang mga mabibigat na pahayag ni Teresita Valdehueza at alamin ang lahat ng kanyang isiniwalat laban kay Apollo Quiboloy. Tunghayan ang kanyang laban para sa hustisya at pakinggan ang kanyang mga karanasan na hindi basta-bastang makakalimutan.
At the age of 17, I became a member of the church led by this man, Apollo Quiboloy, in 1980. Apollo C. Quiboloy, whom I revered, was considered as God anointed, and his words held absolute authority. I respected him deeply, viewing him as truly the man of God. I was proud to serve alongside a man I believed to be holy. But one day while in Manila, I received a long-distance call from him. He informed me that he had received a divine revelation intended for me and instructed me to travel to Cebu, where he would share this important message. He was also scheduled to preach in Cebu that Sunday. Upon arriving in Cebu City, we arranged for him to stay at the Park Place Hotel in Fuente Osmeña. That evening, he instructed me to remain in the hotel, while Nilda Linda, the assigned worker, returned to the worker's house. When we were alone, I asked if I could just sleep on the sofa as it was a suite room. Instead, he insisted that I would sleep beside him. Sleeping beside a man I believed to be chosen by God was for me then a great privilege, an opportunity for a sinner like me. But what followed shattered my sense of faith and trust. Without a word, after turning off the light, he embraced me, undressed me, and violated me with his lustful act, and left me in shock and speechless. He then said, "This is the fulfillment of God's revelation." He explained that God had revealed to him that I was to partake in God's life through him by surrendering my body, soul, and spirit. He also mentioned that other girls would go through him in a similar manner. His words were strange, but I was too shocked to respond. When I returned to Manila, I was once again instructed to sleep in his room. Fear gripped me, but defying the anointing of God was unthinkable. We had been taught that such disobedience would invite a curse. February 15, 1998, ACQ used me again. It was always out of fear that I obeyed, a fear mixed with anxiety that he might knew how I pretended to be extremely grateful that he allowed me to be a part of his physical life, because in all honesty and God truly knew I was not. On September 30, 1999, I decided to leave without asking for permission, determined to free myself from his control. But he was not finished with me and did not stop terrorizing me. Alex Camia, his personal bodyguard, a full-time worker, once known to be a champion in gun shooting before he joined the group of ACQ, together with his team, kept coming to my place to harass me. 3 years ago, nagkausap po kami ni Alex Camia. Humingi po siya ng kapatawaran at nagsabi na siya ay nautusan lang po na kailangan din akong iligpit. Pinaniwala po siya na ako ay may malaking kasalanan at ako ay napakasamang babae. Nang tinanong ko kung ano ang aking kasalanan, sinabihan daw siya na tinukso ko raw si Apollo Cayon Kibuloy. Nakiapid daw ako sa mga ministro. Narinig naman po ninyo yung sa video. Nakipagtalik daw ako mismo doon sa workers' house at nagnakaw daw ako ng 3 million pesos.
Kung gusto ninyong malaman ang iba pang mga detalye at mga susunod na balita tungkol sa usaping ito, siguraduhing nakasubscribe na kayo at pindutin ang notification bell para hindi nyo mamiss ang updates. Huwag kalimutang i-share ang video na ito para mas marami pa ang makaalam ng katotohanan. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood.